It's our absolute honor and privilege to have Mr. Raju Sharma amongst us today as a special guest. Mr. Raju Sharma is the Director of Corporate Social Responsibility at Interglobe Aviation Limited, that is Indigo Gurugram. Mr. Raju leads the social initiative of the company in the areas of children and education, women empowerment, environment, and heritage. He is an active member of the Environment, Social and Governance Task Force of Indigo and plays a role in advancing sustainability elements within the company and the associate CSR partner organizations. An alumnus of Tata Institute of Social Sciences, that is TISS Mumbai, he completed his master's in 1999, and since then he has been working in the developmental sector. Mr. Raju carries a rich experience of 20 years in which he has worked with NGOs, INGOs, government and corporates, ranging from grassroots implementation programs to the strategy and planning level. Mr. Raju's strength lies in partnership management, development of sustainable models, project management, CSR, and teamwork. He believes in the creation of shared value by networking with professionals from varied fields and experiences and learning and contributing to the growth of all. Mr. Raju is an avid reader and loves to explore new places. He finds joy in discovering the new surprises that life has in store every day.
Thank you, Dr. Tazeen, for giving me this opportunity, and for the organizers of India is Us. I mean, this is a wonderful platform. And before just moving on, because we have a limited time, I just want to tell you that I represent Indigo Airlines, and I represent the corporate social responsibility of Indigo. So, as an airline, the four pillars of our work include children and education, women empowerment, environment, and heritage. So these are our critical four areas of our CSR work. And lastly, we also have something called a 6C responsibility, under which whenever there is any natural calamity in India or outside, we reach out to community with human resources, men and material in whatever capacity we have. So these are the four domain areas of our work, and we work with partner organizations, very able partner organizations. We have currently around 21 partner organizations, big and small, who have recruited after a thorough due diligence process. So today, in the course of the conversation in the last 1 hour, half an hour, 45 minutes, I heard Stutika, I heard Rashi Jain. Those were wonderful insights that one learned from this thing. And I was really impressed with the kind of issues that has been raised here. And on our part, I think what I would like to understand and what I'd like to share with everybody in the civil society is that these kind of platforms today is extremely required, where there is trust-based partnership between the government, between the corporate and the civil society, the media, and the academia included. I think this is the time for us to join hands where we can learn from each other and contribute to the growth of this nation. Because the problems of our country are so huge. I mean, each part of the country issues are completely different from the other. So it requires the partnership, trust-based partnership between each one of us to create sustainable solutions. Rashi talked about SDGs. Yes, those are very, very, very important at this point of time. How do you link up your sustainability goal? It is a good thing. Each organization is doing the best he or she can. But are we trying to learn the lessons of sustainability? How do you create value for the communities for whom we work? How do we create value for all the stakeholders involved? I think those models which create value for everyone, for the environment, for the planet, for the animals, for human beings, for the communities, those are the organizations, those are the kind of work that is going to sustain in the years to come. It is about creation of values. It is about strengthening each other. I think each one has to find out solution, and there cannot be one solution for all the country. We need to find out solutions which is going to sustainable. And I have always believed, Dr. Tazeen, that no program on earth is sustainable. What is sustainable are the processes. And that is where, ladies and gentlemen, I think we need to strengthen the processes at the grassroots level. So how do you strengthen the question comes then, how do you strengthen the processes? I think Suti ma'am raised a very important point. How do you create skills? For me, I think there are three ways that we can create value, and I think Stuti ma'am also highlighted that. How do you increase our skills? I think one of the challenges that I have experienced with civil society is that काम कैसा चल रहा, बहुत बढ़िया चल रहा है. We don't know how what is बहुत बढ़िया चल रहा है. बहुत बढ़िया चल रहा है, actually कुछ भी नहीं चल रहा है, इसका मतलब. How does the data? In God we trust. For the rest, everything is on database. So for everything, therefore the organizations, it is required that we build our capacities for MIS. How is the data managed at the last mile, at the village level, at the communities level? That is where the real challenge lies. And how is the data translated from the grassroots level to the head office? बहुत data miss होता है, Dr. Tazimusi. Rashi perhaps would also agree to it, and most of you are senior professionals here. I don't need to tell everyone, but all of you know बहुत data खराब होता है जब नीचे से लेके ऊपर तक जाते हैं. मीटिंग कैसी की? बहुत बढ़िया मीटिंग है. We don't know बहुत बढ़िया का मतलब क्या है. It doesn't matter. बहुत बढ़िया आपके लिए बहुत बढ़िया होगा, but उसको measure कैसे कर रहे हैं? How is that meeting recorded? Who is taking the decisions of the village? Is the decision taken by the most powerful lady in the village, or is it taken by the village headman? Yeah, the last person in the community is taking this thing. Stuti ma'am talked about the physically challenged. Are we taking decisions for the benefit of the for the people, or who is taking the decision? How is it recorded? How is it minuted? All those micro details are extremely important. I don't want donor agencies like us, I don't want the government at the head, and I don't want anybody to micromanage, but I want communities to manage the programs themselves. What is not monitored goes for a 6. We all know this. Number 2, I think, as an organization and as a person, I believe, as a professional in this development sector, I believe that communication is a very critical thing that all civil society organizations have to learn about. And communication is not beating about the bush. It is not about बहुत बड़ी बातें करना. अंग्रेजी में बहुत बड़ी बात करना communication नहीं होता. It's not about speaking high English. आप देसी भाषा में, how are you talking the most pertinent issues? Are you raising the most pertinent issues? Stuti ma'am also made a very pertinent point. You need to come united. But I think we need to raise the particular issues with the government. Government is also open to listening if we are able to make the right noises, if we are able to raise the right thing. And that is something which communication skills for us have to be built. We have to build our communication skills. And thirdly, for ladies and gentlemen, I think technology. For us, it is extremely important that we have to learn technology ourselves and help communities at the grassroots level to learn the technology. Even I think women who are class 5 pass, communities, farmers who are class 5 pass, 6 pass, they can use the computer today. Our role as an organization in the civil society, at the grassroots organization, is to help these farmers, the community farmers, to learn the basics of the computer and technology. And जब तक हम नहीं सीखेंगे, the moment we don't learn ourselves, we don't use it in our office, things do not, things will not work. And lastly, before I wind up, I know I have very less of a time, is we need to gear up for unforeseen circumstances like the COVID. These are unprecedented times, and we are not out of the woods as of now. As a country, as a community, we are not out of the woods, but we need to be geared to meet these kind of circumstances. I hope the third pandemic, the third wave does not hit us. But we need to be prepared for all of it. As an organization, we need to create two things. We need to be conscious of two things. One is, how do you work with fear for our people, for our own employees, for our own community. हम जब अपनी बात करते हैं कि यार communities को ऐसा करना चाहिए, नहीं, how am I responding? I am frightened. I am telling you, I am frightened. Am I addressing my fear? What is fear? Second is isolation. We don't interact. We are meeting on the digital platform. These creates a lot of isolation. So how do we create a safe space for myself, for my people, for my employees, for people to speak? Can we make policies within our civil society which are more employee friendly, where employees can talk to each other? Can once in a week, weekly meeting, can it be about employees and not about work only? Can we talk with each other कि हो क्या रहा है हमारी जिंदगियों में? I think these are the basic thoughts that I just wanted to share with everyone. And I really congratulate each one of us, each one of you, and your fantastic coordination, Dr. Tazeen, and the entire team, Alicia, for the wonderful coordination with each of one of us. This is a great work, and I wish everyone all the best. I wish from the organized, from Indigo and from myself, I wish each one of you safety, and God bless you all. Thank you, Doctor.